first official statement, casualties list, and this is after deadly protests and clashes took place in Kathmandu today. Sources have also told NDTV that Nepal cabinet meeting is currently underway. That's what we understand. Remember, huge protest started in Nepal, in Kathmandu today. This is after a social media ban that was put in place by the Nepal government. What we understand is that the first statement has come out from Nepal government's health ministry saying that 19 people are dead in this protest and 347 people have been injured. And this is the first official statement of casualties that's coming out from the Nepal government today. This is after clashes and protests that took place in Kathmandu. What we also understand is that Nepal cabinet meeting is currently underway. Nepal Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak is likely to resign to calm the tempers down, and these clashes are taking place because of a social media ban that was put in place. Protesters have also alleged large-scale corruption, and now protesters are also demanding Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli to resign from his post. 19 people are dead and 347 people are injured. Nepal Home Minister is likely to resign after this protest. My colleague Aditya Rajkal joins us on the phone line. Aditya, what is the latest update that we have from Nepal?
Well, yes, there's an official confirmation from Nepal's health ministry. This is the first bulletin that's been released. Unfortunately, 19 people have lost their lives and 347 others are injured in the deadly clashes that began early morning today. Massive protests across Kathmandu and many other cities across Nepal, including Pokhara, where demands of KP Sharma Oli, the Prime Minister, to resign over the social media ban and also over corruption. Thousands of people took to the streets. They stormed inside the parliament, and now confirmation from the Nepalese government that 19 people have died and 347 others are injured. We also have top sources in the government telling us that to calm the tempers, it's likely that Ramesh Lekhak, who is the Home Minister of Nepal, could resign. There's a cabinet meeting that is just about to begin. The top leaders and top ministers of the Nepal government are reaching KP Sharma Oli's office right now, where the meeting will take place. And after the critical cabinet meeting, some decisions will be taken. And one of them could be that the Home Minister could resign. There's no final, statement that's been released yet. But we are waiting. Some statement will be released after the cabinet meeting begins. But even right now, I'm being told that massive protests are continuing across Kathmandu and different areas, and including the paramilitary forces and the police have been deployed in different areas across Nepal, and the death toll, unfortunately, is likely to increase.
Right, Aditya, also help us understand the context to these protests, because it seems like the government blocked 26 unregistered social media platforms. It includes YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, and the youngsters who are protesting today in Nepal feel that this is a direct assault on freedom of speech. Is that the actual reason? What is it exactly that the protesters are demanding?
Well, that's right, Vasudha. Social media platforms, almost 26 of them were given at least a week by the Nepalese government to register with the government, but there were not a single social media platform registered with the government, and as a result, the Nepal government decided to block and ban all of them. Now, this protest is being dubbed as a Gen Z protest all across Nepal, because it was not political parties, it was not even NGOs, but it was a sporadic anger by the youth of Nepal against the Nepal government that why these social media sites and apps are being banned when they are a critical part of daily life for youth, not just in Nepal, but all across the globe. So that led to massive protests. That was a massive trigger. But otherwise, there is already an ongoing campaign against corruption that's been underway in Nepal. There have been protests that have been witnessed for last several months against Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. But the final nail in the coffin was the social media ban that angered and upset a large chunk of the youth across Nepal. So we see protests not just in Kathmandu, but violent and deadly protests all across, Pokhara and several other cities in Nepal, where several casualties are being reported right now. Officially, the word is that 19 people have died and 347 are injured. But unofficially, I'm being told by local journalists and many who are covering it closely that the death toll could mount higher. But the final word
Right.
would be out once the cabinet meeting is over.
Right. Thank you, Aditya Rajkal, for reporting those very important details. A cabinet meeting is underway in Nepal that's witnessing deadly protests. 19 people have died, and this is a Gen Z protest with most young professionals, protesters demanding a return of a revoking of the social media ban that was put in place by the government last week. But of course, we're tracking that story very closely for you. We'll keep going back to our reporters there. But moving on to other